Hey folks, I'm LoCicero here with my girl Peyton, and you're watching WMBB 13.
We have an exclusive first look into what's to come to the Panhandle. Stay tuned.
Bam!
A few minutes after 11 a.m. on Wednesday morning, the Mid-Bay Bridge was reopened, but to limited traffic to cars, trucks, school buses, and only certain EMS and first responders with equipment only. And as you can see, there's already a few people braving the bridge. And what these X's mean is that they've gone and checked in and secured each one of these rooms to see if there's anyone who is in there trapped, who needs help, who needs rescuing. Don't wait, go ahead and evacuate. One of the shelters in Niceville is open at the Raider Arena, and they're asking everyone who's headed that way, bring an air mattress, bring a blanket, and bring a cot.
We're heading to Mariana. We heard that there were some reports of different damages, some roofs gone, some trees down, some power lines down. So we want to get you that first look of what's happening down below us and show you guys what it's going to look like to rebuild over the next couple of days.
Where this used to be a safe place for people to store their boats during storms, during bad weather, or while they're not using them, you can see that there is heavy damage to this marina. This could be thousands and thousands of dollars of damage to this. You can see the broad, severe damage that came from Hurricane Michael. Reporting in Millville, I'm Peyton LoCicero. Eglin Air Force officials are digging into a new project, and this ground that I'm standing on, this is the future home of the Intrepid Spirit Center. This is the busy intersection of Highway 98 and 30A, where the pedestrian underpass is being proposed. Now, if this underpass is constructed, it would allow for pedestrians to safely travel underneath Highway 98. So here's how it works. As the sun shines, the rays hit these solar panels. Those solar panels collect the energy and send it to an inverter. That inverter then converts the DC energy, or the direct current energy, to alternating currents. Then from there, it gets sent off to the substation. This 8,000 square foot, 4-story building is a game changer for South Walton Fire District firefighters and Northwest Florida as a whole. This new training facility gives their firefighters an opportunity to train in their own backyard.
The 9th annual Marvel of Flight is ready for takeoff.
Right now I'm flying with pilot Jimmy, who has us flying comfortably at 2,500 feet up in the sky, taking us around to Phoenix Springs, getting us to experience the true Marvel of Flight. Until the public versus private battle on the beach is settled, these signs are here to stay. I'm News 13's Peyton LoCicero, Panhandle Strong. To give you an idea of just how unique and how big each one of these sculptures are, they are literally larger than life. Each one of the sculptures ranges from 10 to 20 feet tall. The initial call came in a few minutes after 10:30 as a physical disturbance at the house behind me. Now, what happened when an officer arrived on scene escalated very quickly. The call came in around 9:34 Wednesday morning, and when first responders arrived here on scene at Highway 90, they found a head-on collision with multiple fatalities. The Destin Harbor is usually hustling and bustling with boaters, but on Wednesday, parts of the Destin Harbor were closed to the public. But what was happening underneath the water? Now that's a different story. It was a short meeting that took place for less than 20 minutes here at City Hall in Phoenix Springs. Once the options were laid out, the council unanimously voted to accept her resignation and agreed to give her her severance pay of $52,000.
It's just a tragedy to see what has happened.
Without the red bar, there is no crane breach.
Residents in this little coastal sleepy town of Grayton Beach were likely jarred awake to the sounds of sirens as firefighters rushed in to put out a fire at the iconic restaurant and bar, Red Bar.
The blaze was reported around 5:30 a.m. on Wednesday. South Walton Fire District Fire Marshal explained that the strong winds fanned the fire, making it difficult to put out. Firefighters were able to get the fire under control within a few hours, with minor hotspots popping up.
The Walton County Sheriff's Office is working on slowing down drivers before the law goes into effect. And as Peyton LoCicero explains, they hope a new operation changes how some are driving before someone gets seriously hurt.
Since June 7th, deputies in Walton County have been on the lookout for aggressive drivers and speeding cars along this road, US 331 and Highway 98. In the last 21 days, they've made more than 200 vehicle stops.
I understand that everybody wants to be at the beach. I got it. The beach has been there for a long time. It'll still be there when they get there.
Being in the height of tourist season, the influx of cars on the road is at an all-time high.
We're routinely stopping them for 20 and 25 miles an hour faster than the posted speed limit. I mean, they're running, 80 and a 55 on Highway 98. That's too fast. That's way too fast.
It's not just the tourists who are the ones speeding, it's the locals too.
This is one of our local construction workers, 73 and a 55. Knew he was speeding. And that's what I told him. I said, man, not helping us with the traffic down here.
Deputies say education is the goal. But keep in mind, there is a price to pay if you do get pulled over, starting at $125 and can get as expensive as $500.
No, we're not trying to write a bunch of tickets.
When Davidson turns the blue lights on, he said about half of the drivers he pulls over have no clue what they were doing wrong.
That's the scary ones. They don't know how fast they're going. All they know is get to the beach.
Distracted driving is the cause for thousands of deaths every year. But starting Monday, July 1st, deputies will be able to make a primary stop for texting and driving.
We've all heard the slogan, arrive alive. So deputies say, limit your distractions by putting away your cell phones and remain focused on the road. In Walton County, for News 5, I'm Peyton LoCicero.
On your marks, get set, go! These junior lifeguards are ready to dive in, hit the water, and take action the moment danger calls.
I've just been going to this amazing junior lifeguard camp. It's been really fun. It's like, I don't know, it's just like, today is our last day and I'm actually like really bummed about it.
For 3 days a week for 3 weeks, junior lifeguards have gotten hands-on experience learning from the pros.
I want them to grow up through this program and feel comfortable in the water because not everyone knows how to get out of rip currents. Not everyone knows how to do the things that we teach them, and that's really important.
When I get older, I want to be a real lifeguard.
In this program, the juniors learn conscious and unconscious rescues with hard cans and soft tubes. Lifeguards teach them the best way to rescue a drowning person and get them to shore safely.
I did this program when I was a kid, and I grew up to be a lifeguard, so I hope that they get inspired to become one of us one day.
These wonderful young men and women are the future of lifeguarding and beach safety in Walton County and in other agencies across the nation.
This is South Walton Fire District's 11th season offering the junior lifeguard program.
I just want to say, if you guys want to go to junior lifeguard camp, go for it. Like, it's a lot of fun. Don't miss out on this.
After a 3-week course, these junior lifeguards are ready to hit the water and have successfully completed their training. In Santa Rosa Beach, I'm Peyton LoCicero, News 13.
Yesterday, we told you about the second phase of an underwater museum in the Gulf. Tonight, we're taking you on the barge as the exhibits are released. Peyton LoCicero has the story only on News 5.
Boaters, divers, kayakers, and paddleboarders were in awe watching as 12 masterpieces were transferred from a barge to their new home. We're about 9/10 of a mile off the shoreline of Brayton Beach. And right now we're on a barge watching as crews deploy these larger-than-life sculptures, and soon they'll sit at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico, 60 feet below sea level.
Oh man, the creativity on those sculptures were amazing. I loved all the different kinds that went down.
One by one, the 12 sculptures were lifted and slowly placed onto the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. Walton County is home to around 700 artificial reef modules, but the Underwater Museum is unique.
Because we actually had a bunch of artists who got to create these modules that we're deploying to make habitat and fishing and diving opportunities for tourists and locals.
Everything is eco-friendly and designed to attract hundreds of marine species.
The fact that they're building structures that are nice and stable and good habitat, you know, we're actually not just making art, we're making a great artificial reef.
The Cultural Arts Alliance and the South Walton Artificial Reef Association spearheaded this project. Officials say they hope to have a third installment.
I'm excited to try and get down there myself and see what they look like below the surface.
Now that the 12 sculptures have officially been deployed and are in place, the museum is now open. Tonight, we have another hometown hero story about how these people are not stopping sending their efforts down to the coast from the affected areas by Hurricane Michael. Tonight, you'll find out what celebrity and his wife are sending their efforts to the coast.
One of our team members gets special recognition today. News 13 reporter and Walton County Bureau Chief Peyton LoCicero was named as the 2019 recipient of the Dick Fletcher Excellence in Media Award.
Peyton was honored for her coverage of Hurricanes Irma, Nate, and most importantly, coverage of catastrophic Hurricane Michael. She was nominated by Walton County Emergency Management Director Jeff Goldberg and Public Information Officer Louis Avela. You see them all there in that picture. The award presented to Peyton today at the National Governors Hurricane Conference in Palm Beach. And we congratulate Peyton there. She's doing a great job for us always in Walton County, that part of our viewing area there.
When we went off the air after Hurricane Michael knocked us off, she stayed on social media by herself, single-handedly getting information out because people didn't know what happened to us. So God bless her. We're really proud of her. I'm glad she got that award.